Hey, DIY Dad here. Welcome back to the channel. We are out in the garage with the DeLorean because we have a project to do today. It's a small one though. This is a basic maintenance item for these cars. We're going to be replacing the lift strut on the door, and I'm going to show you how that works. Here we go. So this is the lift strut in question, and this is the piece that goes on the door that assists with the actual lifting of the door itself. And these are progressive rate ones. You can see this one's already been replaced, but what these will do is they'll open very quickly, and then when it gets to the top, it slows down for the rest of it so you don't have as much strain on the car. Now it's kind of cold here in my garage, which is why this is going quite as slow as it is. When these are warm, they go quite a bit faster. I'll have a link to these down in the description. So, a few things about this. That door is very heavy. So there's a method to do this. One of the nice ways to do this would be to have a friend help you. If not, though, I'm going to show you how you do this one person. There's just a couple things you need to know. First and foremost, with the struts themselves, the orientation is important. So depending on where you get these, since there are brand and off-brand ones, you need to make sure that the orientation is reversed. So the wider portion of this, the little cup at the top, is going to point one direction. The narrower portion, it's going to point the other direction. Typical gas struts, when you buy them from like an auto parts store, they're both going to point the same way. So you actually have to go through a process to turn one of the ends. These, which are from DeLorean Go, come already set and aligned the right way. So we're good to go there. The second thing you need to know is on the end of these, there is a little catch pin that you can see there. And it runs through a little pocket that cuts through the cup here, and then it hooks around the back. And you're going to pull those pins off. Now your stock ones that are installed, have the same pins on them. You can see right there. So you're going to need to pull those off in the first place. The door is not going to fall when you do that, so you can pull the pins off of the existing ones, and it's going to sit there just like it is right now. These are held onto a little stud by pressure, so it's perfectly fine to pull these out. You can also install the new one and then put the clips on later, which is what I'm going to show you. So we're going to go around to the other side and I'll show you how that works. So here we are on the passenger side of the car. So this pin, as I mentioned, is sort of clipped around here. So you should be able to just kind of pry it with your finger, or if not, you can get a little like precision flat-bladed screwdriver under here and lift. And you're going to pry that pin up and it'll rotate around, and then it should pull out of the pocket. Let's see if I can get the top one here so you can see it. So I'm just getting under the edge, just like that. And then that pin will rotate around and come out, just like that. So you do the same thing down here, a little bit easier with two hands. And like I said, it's not going to come off. So you're totally fine to do this. I'm not supporting the door in any way at this point. Pull both your pins, and then kind of set your pins aside, or use the new ones that come with the new shock. But make sure you've gotten the pins out of the new shock as well before you go to the next step of this. So I'm going to pull this other pin out, and then I'll pull the ones out of the shock, or the strut rather, and then we'll do the next part. All right, so for this next piece then, I have my pins taken out of the shock. Let me turn this here so you can see what I'm talking about. So I have my pins taken out of the shock, and I have my new shock also with the pins out, and I'm just laying it here on the edge of the louvers just so it sits in place. Now what you're going to do in order to get this strut out is you actually have to support the weight of the door with your back. And you're just going to lift up a little bit, which takes the pressure off the shock, and then give it a tap and that'll come off. I'm going to lift up, and that just came out. And I'm supporting the weight of the door now with my shoulder. Do the same thing on the bottom. That strut comes off. I'm going to take the new strut, put it on there, and then kind of use my shoulder again to get the adjustment on the door so it lines up. I get this one attached, give it a good tug, go down to the bottom one, get it lined up, push it till it clicks. It's not doing, or maybe it did. Yeah, it did. All right. Now that these are then seated, I just didn't hear it click, or maybe it's not. All right, so on this one then, what I just did, it wasn't clicking in properly for me, so I put the bottom one in first so I can get leverage on it. And then I'm coming over here to the top one, getting that clicked. So now the door is held, right? I'm not doing anything to hold it. The strut's holding it in place. Last thing to do then is to put the pins back in. And you're gonna do that in the reverse of before. So you get it lined up into the hole, and then they'll spin around and they'll click in or kind of snap around the outside edge. All right, our pins are reseated on both. If this does give you some trouble getting the pin aligned, it means this isn't quite straight. So what you can do is actually grip the edge of the shock here and just turn it. You get a little bit of play, about that much, either direction. You can kind of see on the shock. And usually just wiggling it will allow the pin to seat in. You shouldn't have to force it. They should go very smoothly. If you're forcing it at all, it means that these are out of alignment. You want to get that alignment adjusted, and they should slide in and click in. And if everything worked right, you should have a nice progressive rate door. And that's all there is to it. Not a difficult project by any means. And this is a maintenance item on these cars, depending on how much you're using them. These struts tend to last a few years, again, depending on use, how much opening and closing you're doing and what type of climate you live in. I'm in Minnesota. I drive this car a lot. They get a lot of use. That one wore out a lot faster than the other one. I do really like the progressive rate. I like how refined it looks when it opens and that it slows down so it's not pushing on those pins and kind of banging open like some of the ones that I've seen. So big fan of the actual product. And again, I'll link it down in the description. So this then being the end of a DIY dad video, I of course owe you a dad joke. So what do you call a Viking who's lost his ship? A hiking. All right, remember, with any DIY project, most important step is just to do it. No one's going to see the flaws unless you point them out to them, which you probably will. Have a great day, stay safe. Make sure you do all the YouTube-y things, like and subscribe and all of that for more content like this and more maintenance items on the DeLorean as they come up. Otherwise, take care. Catch you in the future. Bye.